Hiya folks, thanks for joining me once again in the greenhouse. A little bit of greenhouse potting. So, I've already done a few and I'm planting beetroot. So, I got this big long kind of planter trough in front of me, which you can't see at the moment. I have started already, I've done a few. So there we are. So now you can see how long it is. It done halfway something. So all I'm doing is, when I can find it, what have we done with me dipper? Oh, I don't know. It's disappeared. I was only using a stick. That's strange, it's disappeared. How can it just disappear? I was just using it. Right. Okay, never mind. I'll use the handle of this fork as a dipper. So all I'm going to do is just it's not very good, that one. So I'm just going to dip a hole. Just going to place it in there and just push it down in, give it a wiggle. You got a nice hole, like that deep-ish. And I've got this little pot I've been using to collect the soil. So all I've been doing is just popping that on there. Grabbing a plant like this. And all I do is just take off the excess bit. Give it all a push. So you make it nice and long. You elongate. And just pop them in there with some nice elongated roots. Firm them in round the top. And then just push your fingers around it gently. And then once you've done that, so got this thing. How you get these out? You can't do it like that, like I've shown you before. Put your hand over, turn upside down, but then you've got a chance of all this lot falling out as well. So I want to pick a reasonably strong plant, so it looks like this one here is pretty good. So what I do is get my fingers underneath, put my thumb on the top, and push up from the bottom. You see it moving upwards, like so. Then with your other hand, your other fingers underneath, push up and try and pull them all out together without getting them all tangled up. And it's not easy. It's much easier if you do this when the plants are dry, but you can get them all out in one go. And there's two plants here, so I just take the strongest one from these two. I'll plant them both, but I just put my fingers in the middle, in between each plant, and just gently prise them apart like so. See the roots coming out together? How they just pull apart when you're nice and gentle, like that. And lie one down. Get your little pot. The little pot is basically just so things stay clean and tidy. You don't get soil everywhere. So, same as before, try and elongate it a little bit, like so. And I should have dug the hole. I should have done the hole first. But there you go. So I just hold that in my hand. Get rid of this. What I do with the fork is down there. Right, in the middle of there, like so, and just push it down in. Give it a wiggle. When you wiggle it like that, you're pushing the sides of the hole together so it makes the hole firm, so that when you pull this out, all the soil don't fall in and fill the hole back up. Then you're back square when you've got to start again. So that's always a good tip to remember. No matter what you're using as a dibber, whether it be a stick or a proper dibber, whatever. So again, got me nice elongated roots. And I just pop that straight in the hole. And it fits lovely and snugly as it should. Just firm it down with fingers once again. Move the top of the soil round just to edge it over so you cover it up. Firm it down with your fingers. Job's a good one. Let me show you what I've done. I'll quickly flip the camera around. So at the moment, just like that. And then obviously all this free space at the front. I've got a few more to go in. So not that you can see a lot when I'm in this position. So I'm not going to talk you through it anymore. I'm just going to get on, do the job in hand. Pick the next strongest one again, same thing, give it a pinch up with your fingers if you can. Let's give that a try. Push out from the bottom, pushing out my finger up, and just pushing through into the middle. It all just comes out nice and easy. And then again, easy, just split them up. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. Now really, this potter isn't really big enough to house all these if you're going to leave them in there for their complete cycle from start to finish. It would be too crowded. There wouldn't be enough room for the beetroot to grow. Because you think how big a beetroot gets? What? I don't know, size of me fist. You're not going to have enough room. But these aren't staying here anyway. I've only put them here because I need somewhere to plant them, because at the moment they're a bit pot bound in there. So you want to go in here, even if it's only just for 2 or 3 days. At least they won't be pot bound and screaming at me that they're not feeling very well, which is good. So I've got 1 left. Okay, 2. 1 compartment, 2 plants. And again, because it's just the 1 plant, you can turn it upside down. Get covered in crap from the other ones, but that's alright, it's only soil. Comes off with a bit of soap and water. You'd be surprised how clean you can get with a bar of soap. So, pull them off again. Oh. Said dibber. I'm going to put this one smack bang in there, like so. Give him a wiggly waggly woo. And elongate again. You don't have to do that, right? You don't have to elongate. You can just dig or prod in a hole that isn't so deep. I just like to stretch for a couple of reasons. 1, it fills the hole up, and 2, it gives the roots more chance to spread out, and a better chance of recovery from when you plant your plant. Because like all plants, when you plant them, the plant gets shocked. You know, it's like, oh, you've taken me out of my house and you put me in this massive mansion, what am I going to do? And it takes a couple of days for the roots to settle in and just become nice and firm, and then the plant will flourish. And then these plants will be planted out into the garden at a later date. I just haven't got round to planting everything else out. I'm building a cloche from scratch. Could do a little video on that sometime. I think maybe somebody might be interested. See the cock up I've made. I'm going to put this one over here, like so. So the cloche actually is first time I've ever built one. Oh, better out and in. Now then, so I made it out of bamboo canes, and then the top for the arch had some PVC piping that I used, and I got it all together, and it's all up. I just got to cover it in polythene, but it's a bit of a nightmare trying to cover it in polythene in the wind. Even the slightest breeze, you can pull it all over, get it where you want it, take your hands off of it to adjust something. A gust of wind comes along, woof, you're straight back to square one. Done my head in completely, so I left it alone. I was getting a bit ratty. Anyway, look at the state of my hands, look. Never mind. Right then, so I've planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I planted 12 beetroots. And there they are. They don't look bad, do they? Really? Considering. So all I've got to do is give them a drop of water. I'm going to leave them in here overnight because we are supposedly to get some rain apparently, but whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. Now behind me in here, I've got water. Now, I've also got one I prepared earlier. So I just give them a dribble of water just so they're fed in. I mean, the soil that I've planted them in isn't bone dry, and it's always good not to plant in bone dry soil, because it makes it difficult to make the plant strong when you first plant it, because the soil's got no substance to it. So it's always good to make sure you've got dampish soil, and give it a good water afterwards. I mean, I firmed these in lovely. None of them are falling over. They're all looking really good. So when these go outside, they should you should do quite well. And then once I got that clotch up, I've got all my kale out and everything else, then I'll put these in between and stagger them about, take up some of the space that's left over, and that'd be great. So you want to see where we are again? Now finished, before I put it out tomorrow morning. So turn this around. So there we go. Look. All watered, put in. No problem. And it's taken me nearly a quarter of an hour to plant those. Just over probably. But then I am doing it a little bit slower because I'm not concentrating too much, because I'm trying to make a video, so I'm doing this, so I'm going slowly so people see things. Otherwise I would have done this in 5 minutes, you know, because it really doesn't take long once you get used to it. Anyway, some more interesting content coming up soon, hopefully. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please click, like, share, leave a message. Any questions you got, I'll try and answer them if I can. I want to do one on caring for your tomatoes, because I've got a tomato plant outside that needs a little TLC. Not so much TLC, just needs a little attention to pruning and things like that. So I'm going to show you how to prune tomatoes. So that'll be the next video. But for now, I hope you got something out of this. And it's all good for now. I do like my greenhouse. It's like my little safe haven. You know, I got a little radio up there on the top there. I normally plug that in, and if I'm pottering around in it, I could be out here for hours, get carried away myself. You know, come at 11 o'clock, going home at 1 o'clock, and Mrs. going, what have you been doing all this time? Oh, I've been pottering around the greenhouse, just having some fun. Cheers, people. Ta-da. I'll catch you on the next one. Enjoy.